Alright, here we go.
What is that driving?
Before we move on, if you're into pro wrestling, vintage toys, or anything pop culture related, you're at the right place. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our weekly drops every Thursday at 2 p.m. Now, let's get on to our main event. Welcome to WrestleToyz, and today is a special day. Upon doing a bit of research for my top 5 Hogan figures, I typed in Ichiban Hogan and information on this record popped up. It blew me away to learn this even existed, as I don't recall reading about it in any of Hogan's biographies or even hearing him mention it in any interviews or documentaries. Now, I'm not saying that footage doesn't exist of him talking of it, but if you happen to find any videos of Hogan talking of this record, please drop a link to it in the comments section. This green strip right here is called an obi strip. It's a Japanese packaging feature that has general information and sometimes cross promotion of other records, and collectors go crazy for these. Most get lost or torn over time, so having this intact is a big deal. This record actually predates WWF's Wrestling Album in 1985 and Piledriver from 1987. This was made in 1983. So Hogan was doing music in Japan before Vince McMahon ever thought of putting wrestlers in a recording studio. That makes this not just a rare merch, but a piece of wrestling history. Now, I found this part interesting as I wanted to have the obi strip translated, so through ChatGPT I was able to find out that this big vertical text right here in the middle, that's his actual name, Hulk Hogan. In this first column right here, you can tell with the bullet points that this is the song list. That first bullet point, that's the title track, that's the Ichiban song, and I found it interesting. I close up on it in a second, but you can tell it's the same symbol that's on his trunks and the one he wears on his shirt. The second bullet point is the song Night Home. It's instrumental on the A side. And then the third song is on the B side, You've Got to Leave. And the final one is the Axboomba. I find Hogan's Japanese career so fascinating, as he very well could have made a living off of his work in Japan alone. Plus, his in-ring work there was just so much different compared to the showmanship work rate he did in the height of Hulkamania in the mid to late 80s. As Scott Hall said in one of his own videos reviewing Hogan's career, that Hogan really knew his crowd, be it working a more strongman style or shoot style in Japan, to the crowd-pleasing, over-the-top cinematic moves in the classic era of the WWF. What a thing of beauty that is. In addition to the sleeve cover, the record itself is a nice piece. Alright, this should be fun. What do you say we listen to this bad boy? First things first though, we gotta dig out the old vintage record player, locked away underneath a Punjabi prison no less. Man, I haven't messed with this thing in years. My biggest concern is, will this thing still work? What I would like to do is give you guys a little taste of each song on this album, so I'll play about a minute and change of each track.
What is that driving?
Axboomba is your fate. Just
believe it or not, that's Hogan's vocals on that track. I couldn't believe it at first, as it sounds like they doctored his vocals a bit to give it a bit of extra funk, but it is a tad more clear that it is Hogan on other songs later on side B. Now side A closes with an instrumental, Night Home, no lyrics, just Hogan laying down some bass. It really shows off that he had some genuine musical talent before the wrestling spotlight. Maybe not quite enough to be the bassman from Metallica, but enough to be his own lead in the Ichiban. Okay, let's take a listen to side B with the track You've Got to Leave to kick things off. I can connect the sound of a younger Hogan's vocals more so to this song than the funky sound that added to the title track of Ichiban. So and then that leads us to the final track, and in my opinion is the best quality song in the list, Axboomba. Now on this album, you see the word Axboomba over and over. At first that might sound strange, but this is actually a nod to Hulk Hogan's finisher in New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Axe Bomber. In Japan, Hogan wasn't winning matches with the leg drop. His big move was the Axe Bomber, a vicious running clothesline that fans came to know him for. Japanese fans sometimes pronounce bomber closer to boomba, and the record producers leaned into that. So Axboomba in this song is basically the musical version of Hogan's finisher.
Will knock you down.
That instrumental actually sounds pretty familiar, and honestly, it's passable as something you hear in modern day classic rock.
Ain't no chance left for you. Axboomba is #1. Rock and roll.
Can you recall Hogan mentioning this album in any of his interviews or documentaries? If so, comment below. Upon editing this video, I see I may have been a bit generous to old Hogan-san in my review, as the little info I could find on this album, I read it as being described as having a bizarre high pitch with the most positive aspect given to the bass playing. But what do you think of this relic? Something you would buy? What did you think of the songs? Comment below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our weekly drops every Thursday afternoon at 2 p.m. And if you liked this video, check out the one recommended on the screen. See you guys next time for WrestleToyz.